Yo. Just got something to say real quick before, you watch this video. This is a very important video, and it's very near and dear to my heart. And I know that I'm not the only person in this world, in this country, honestly has dealt with this situation within, the family. If you know someone and you are that someone that is hurting, really hurting, please talk to somebody. All right. Please talk to somebody. All right. Please tell somebody something. All right. It doesn't matter if it's a doctor, just somebody. All right. If you have these feelings, these feelings, man, of destruction, please talk to somebody. All right. Think about those that love you. Think about those that cherish you. Because pain is temporary. Agony is temporary. You can get through it. You just got to tell somebody. All right? You got to. Those veterans that are dealing with pain, tell somebody. Tell your battle buddies. If you got to, tell me. All right? Let's lessen the percentage of veterans that are losing their lives. That shouldn't be. I love all my battle buddies, and even the ones I don't know, I love you too. Talk to somebody. I love you.
This is brand new at 11 tonight. An art show in Portland brought together two worlds you might assume are incompatible: warfare and art. K2's Lincoln Graves is live in News Control. And Lincoln, how did these topics come together?
Well, Deb, imagine veterans who are also artists. Some have seen the horrors of combat, and years later they suffer from PTSD and other mental health issues. Well, art can be a form of therapy, as we found out tonight. A packed house at Brassworks Gallery tonight, with everything on display seen as a kind of therapy.
It was absolutely therapeutic, absolutely, because there was some grief behind, his death.
The show is called Acrylic Warfare, and the artists are also veterans. This is their way of processing and coping with trauma from their military lives.
Everybody has these traumatic events, and they handle it in a certain way, and we all chose to do it through art.
It's the brainchild of Christian Gabriel, a former Marine. With the help of Brassworks and the group Do Good Multnomah, Christian created a show with other veteran artists. One was Booker Wallace Taylor III, who painted this portrait of his cousin, a fellow veteran who died by suicide.
The best tribute is to create something that immortalizes him.
When you come home from overseas, you're still fighting a war in your mind.
Now, proceeds from the show tonight will help fund a docu-series pilot meant to educate the public about mental health challenges for veterans. This was a one-night-only thing, but if you want to see some of the show, you can contact Brassworks Gallery directly. We put their information in this story at KATU.com. Live in News Control, Lincoln Graves, K2 News.
Some incredible art. Lincoln, thank you.
What's up, everybody? It's BWTIII, a Bloodline Revolution, and this episode of The Catalyst is an extremely special episode, all right? I want to dedicate this episode to really incorporate the idea of family. Now, this year has been a hard year for my family especially. We've lost quite a few family members, and it's been hard. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's been hard. And I just want everyone to know that family is everything. All right? Family is you can't get rid of your family, you know? There's an old school saying that me and my cousin grew up listening to. And it's a phrase that will never leave you once you understand the meaning of it. And the phrase is, blood is thicker than water. And I know if you heard that. I know you heard that. So if you heard that, then you understand what I mean. Because blood is thicker than water, which means family is everything. Absolutely everything, you know. In this particular episode, I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be hard for me, especially because we're speaking about someone that I adore, and I will adore forever. I will always represent him, and that's just how it is, man. I view this man as if he's an older brother, and that will be how I view him forever. I dedicate this video to Deborah Redmond, Ashley Payne, and Michael Redmond. These are my cousins. And these three people happen to be his mom, his sister, and his little brother. And the man that I'm speaking about is no other than the one and only, my cousin / older brother, Aaron Keith Payne. I know there's a little moment of silence here because, you know, like me looking at this, me doing this video is part of my grieving process, you know. It's been 2 years, and even in the 2 years, you know, I feel like I lost him yesterday. You know, that's how tight we are, you know. The thing about me and Aaron, we grew up practically doing the same things. You know, we both love sports, we both love cars, motorcycles. You know, we both were in the Army. You know, we've done a lot together, you know, and we have many similarities. So yes, we are practically damn near brothers almost, you know, outside of just being cousins. I do have to admit, not only to myself, to get through this grieving process, that I am definitely hurt by his passing. Not only am I hurt, his sister Ashley is hurt, his little brother Mikey is hurt, and especially his mother, Debbie. And I painted this painting as a family heirloom because remember what I told you in the beginning, that blood is thicker than water, right? Family is everything. I want this to be a family heirloom for not only Debbie, his mom, but also his daughter, Alyssa, AKA Ladybug. I made a previous video on Facebook speaking to Ladybug. Now I'm speaking to the whole world. I've displayed this piece quite a few times, and I've been on the news and talked about it. I just want the world to know who he is. You know, I want the world to know who my cousin Aaron is. And I'm gonna make sure of that, you know. You gotta excuse me. I've done a couple pieces of my cousin, you know, starting off with this pen and ink drawing that I did of him. I did this pen and ink drawing around the time when I first found out. If you look at the date, it's 2018. That's when he passed, 2018. And I did it, I believe, in that same month that I found out. This was the beginning of me, you know, grieving in my own little way, but I wanted to do something that represented him, and this was the start of it, you know. Man, y'all gotta excuse me. Hey, I'm gonna get through it, Aaron. All right, I'm gonna get through it, bro. All right, because I can feel Aaron like, come on, man, come on, man, come on. You got this. You know, I can feel him doing that to me right now. Man. Well, I'm getting myself together. Everybody check it out. Look at it, you know. Take heed to what it is, you know. Feel the energy, you know. This is my cousin. You know, this is for you, Aaron. Take heed to it, man. It's beautiful. You know, I spent a lot of time on this, you know, and it was really hard. It was hard for me to do this, because during the time that I was painting, you know, every brush stroke, every little sketch, every little idea that came up, I was remembering us as kids. I was remembering us as teenagers. I was remembering us as young adults. And, you know, all the times that we hung out and cracked jokes on each other, on each other's brothers and sisters, and just laughing, man, just all the good times, man. And I wanted to make sure that this piece incorporated that, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into it and let you know that this one also has a lot of hidden meanings in it, a whole lot of hidden meanings in it. And I wanted to explain to you pretty much the reason and how and why. So if you look at my cousin, you know, all together, bam, look at him. You know, he's all strapped up, you know, strapping. You know, that's how, you know, people in my family, all of us, you know, we come from good stock, so we strap, you know, we like, you know what I'm saying, like this. All of us are like that, man. If you look at my cousin, man, I didn't think about, you know, Army regulations. I didn't think about any of that, you know. I didn't care about, you know, AR 670-1. I didn't care about none of that stuff when I painted this, man. I painted this authentically based on my cousin and his energy. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, me and my cousin are rebels. We're rebels. It's in our blood, you know. I have him in his Class A uniform. Now, this Class A uniform is kind of a mix of different uniforms. Like it's a mix of the modern day Class A uniform plus the old school Class A uniform. You know, the old school Class A uniform had like they didn't have many things. You know, they had like the OD green color was kind of different. You know, I mixed up the Class A, Class B. I just mixed up a whole bunch of like retro entities when it comes to the uniform, and I put it all in one. Now let me start from the top all the way down. I'm gonna explain my cousin first. Now my cousin, you know, has a beard. You know, has a beard. You know, I'm trying to catch up to him. You know, because his beard was thicker than mine. You know, Thanks, Aaron. I know you're probably making fun of me now, talking about my patches and stuff like that, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm working on that. I'm working on the patches that's happening around here. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna get that later. Don't even sweat that. I want to incorporate, you know, the energy and who my cousin is. So my cousin has a beard, and if you look at the beret, all right, my cousin is a big, huge fan of the Oakland Raiders, right? And it's funny because people are like, man, you're not even from Oakland. You know, you're from the East Coast. How you like the Raiders, you know? And people are asking that all the time, and they always asking that. But that's his team. That's his team. What's funny is that it kind of hurts me, but I didn't get a chance to tell him. But he started to make me a believer of the Raiders. I bought a hat. And then one day I was going to DM him and call him and surprise him to show him that it has that hat. That I got that hat. Look, man, you done made me believe. But I didn't get a chance to tell him so. But he knows. He knows. He sees me wear the hat all the time now, so he knows. In the Army Beret, usually there's an insignia of your battalion or your brigade or whatever unit that you're in. You get a unit insignia that you put on the crest of the beret. Now, I don't know if anybody noticed it, but his crest, his unit, is the Oakland Raiders. It's a Raiders insignia on his beret, representing horde. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that that's his team, and he will represent them forever. You know, he loves the Raiders, man. He has his earring in. I ain't worried about 670-1. I ain't worried about none of that stuff. So what if he ain't shave? Don't matter. This is my cousin, right? I made his Class A jacket and his shirt and his tie all made of gold. So I want to show that he's golden, you know, that his aura is just infinite, you know. When you think of gold, you think of shiny, you think of strong, of a metal that can outlast anything. So I made his uniform out of gold, you know, and with hints of like OD green and stuff like that. But his uniform is golden, you know, to where it's actually shiny, you know. I incorporated different colors in there just to show that, you know, he's versatile. You know, my cousin is versatile. You know, he could do many things. He's a Renaissance man. You know, both of us are Renaissance men. And I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from my cousin. All of his buttons are gold, and I just wanted to illuminate his essence, and I captured it. You know, his facial expression. You know, my cousin is always smiling about something. You know, always laughing and joking about something, pranking people and stuff like that. Man, there's so many times where he, growing up, he pulled me into probably about 90% of the pranks that he pulled on his sister and his brother, you know. So every time that I spent a night at his house, you know, we spent the majority of the night playing video games, watching movies, and pranking Ashley and Mike. Which was funny, man. I mean, we just, I don't know, we're like two peas in the pod, man. Like every time we're around each other, man, it's like we turn into 10-year-old kids, man. We just can't help it. We cannot help it. As you look at it even further, you see these insignias on the side of them. On the side of them, I have everything he's been affiliated with. The wolf right here represents the middle school that he went to. He went to Lake Ridge Middle. And then this is a silhouette of the Woodbridge High School Vikings. All right, that's the high school that he went to. And the reason why I have these up here is because me and him went to different schools. You know, I went to Godwin Middle School, and my parents, we moved in the middle of the time that I was there, so I went to Godwin and Saunders Middle School, and I went to Hilton High School. So those are just rival schools, you know, rival schools with the same schools that he went to. So when I played football and basketball, I was always against my cousin. You know, like when I went to Godwin, I remember me and him both played JV ball, right? And and he played for Lake Ridge and I played for Godwin, right? So we always guarded each other, regardless of what sport it was. Football, we guarded each other. Basketball, we guarded each other. And there's one particular incident that happened during the Godwin and Lake Ridge basketball game is that Godwin was playing at home. Lake Ridge came to us, right? I see my cousin. He seen me. We over there doing this stuff to each other, right? And we get out there. We both started. So he gets out there. He goes straight to me. I go straight to him. The whole time we playing, we pulling each other's jersey. You know, we playing like we on like, you know, the blacktop. You know how old school, man. We street ball players. Me and Aaron are street ball players. So that's what we were doing. And there was one point in the game where we both went after the ball at the same time. So we're like running, and then both of us fell on top of each other. I have a dent on my knee, a dent from that fall. And every time that I touch it, I'm like, damn, I remember that's the time me and Aaron fell on top of each other. It was funny. And we both were sitting there trying to pull each other up. It was funny. And we both couldn't get up, so we ended up like, it was funny, man. It was funny. It was a memory that I'll never forget. And there's another incident in high school, playing football, right? Aaron was on offense. Aaron played wide receiver, and I played free safety. Free safety, right? I'm supposed to be all the way back there, making sure nothing gets behind me. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna guard my cousin. So I decided to guard my cousin, and my cousin did a couple of juke moves, and then, you know, does this, and I'm on him, and then they end up throwing the ball to Aaron. So as they throwing the ball to Aaron, I go and I intercept it. And the only person out of all those people that tackled me was my cousin. Nobody else could tackle me but my cousin. And it was funny. It was funny. I'll never forget that, man. They had me in the newspaper and everything. They had both of us in the newspaper reaching for it. But yeah, those are memories. And me and my cousin got a whole bunch of memories like that. But look, I'm going off the rails. Let's get back into it. All right. I'm talking about my cousin. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Golden uniform. Raiders insignia. Oh, and also I want to talk about this halo. Bam. He also has a golden halo that represents him, you know, his passing, right? So the halo represents his passing. Wolves, Lake Ridge Middle, Woodbridge High School. This is also an insignia of the Army logo, right? The U.S. Army logo. It's a silhouette of the U.S. Army logo. We both were in the Army, you know. He was in the Army. He went a little bit after me, but we both were in. The other thing that I really want to get into here is all these ladybugs. Excuse me, brother. Excuse me. The people got to see it. Excuse me, Aaron. All these ladybugs represent Alyssa. All of them. So as you can see, the ladybugs is just crawling all around. Crawling on him, crawling practically on 50% of this piece. And you can see a silhouette of Aaron and Alyssa holding hands, Alyssa looking up at Aaron, and a trail of ladybugs following Alyssa. This represents the bond between father and daughter. Even though my cousin isn't here physically, he still has that bond with his daughter spiritually. And she will have that same bond with him spiritually. To me, out of this whole piece, this part here tugs at my heartstrings. I wanted people to understand what that meant. And knowing that this is a family heirloom, I want anybody that decides to hold on to this piece really get to understanding what that means. Because this is the true meaning of blood is thicker than water. You know, that bond will forever be there. But if you just tie everything all together, this is my tribute to my cousin. This is my tribute also to my cousin. And this whole display that you see right here is a tribute to him. I am getting ready to ship this piece to his mom. Before I shipped it, I wanted to make this video. I want to put his existence in the atmosphere so everyone sees him and knows that, Aaron, I love you, I miss you, and wherever you're at, man, just remember, I ain't never gonna forget you. I'm always gonna represent you. We all are. You touched so many people. You know what I'm saying? You learned, you taught so many people many things, and you're especially gonna be missed by us, all of us. Your mom, your sister, and your brother especially, and me especially, and Alyssa. Oh man, I just want to congratulate myself for getting through this without breaking down, because it has been a process, and it is going to be a process for a while, but I just wanted to do something for him and for his mom, sister, his brother, and his daughter. And I'm just hoping that his father, Roger, is also watching this and sees what Booker Jr.'s son did for Roger's son. And that's love. Absolute love. And blood is always thicker than water. Remember that. All right. But in the meantime, those that watch this, share it. All my family members share it. And I'm gonna make sure Aaron's memory is gonna stay strong in everybody's minds and hearts, because it's always strong in mine. Aaron, I love you, brother. I miss you. And when we see each other again, you already know it's on. It is on. We partying all night. But in the meantime, brother, I love you, man. I love you. Rest in power, Aaron Keith Payne. This is for you, brother. I love you.
Mother Queen's rising a chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my God.